countless things has shaped my life. It's not only the nice and beautiful things, also the unsavory things. It's over. Oh, father already dead. My cousin, who is the one who took care of us, is so sick with all the hardships in the mountains. And so there's only my 15-year-old brother and my sisters, but the elder sister cannot be found anymore. We moved to the town where there is already peace and school was about to open. There, we live in an abandoned house. There are no furniture, not even a single chair. And so, there are no plates and dishes to use. So we would cut a banana tree and use the trunk for plates. And after that, we can throw. So we started to go to school, and then my mother was so sick that she could not take care of us anymore. She was just waiting for the day in her life, and that's all she would look at the sky all day and sit wherever she would like to sit and never leave there until we force her to come out from her seat and go to bed, or maybe there was nothing to think about. AIDS at that time, all was thinking of survival, how to secure food and how to sleep in the night with the cold, and how to get along during the day when there's nothing to do, nothing to buy, no money and nothing. So, because of this situation, my cousin was called by Central Philippine College to open the library of Central Philippine University now. So she left and told us that we will be picked up later as soon as she gets organized in Iloilo. This is Negros, where we went. She brought my one sister with her because she was going to have a baby, because at this time she was married. And then, how we survived at peacetime, this is what happened. We were not yet in school because it is being organized. When my brother and my other sister, 4 o'clock in the morning, would tap us and wake us and say, there is lugaw in the kitchen. And that's what you will eat for the whole day, while brother and I will go and look for something to live by. So they would go 4 o'clock in the morning, they would go to a bakery and pick up some pandesal on consignment. So they would go around the village selling pandesal. Whatever is left is given to them. And then they were paid a little few centavos. So they will pick up rice, 1 salmon of rice. So it's always every day rice and salt. Our salt, we have a kind of salt which is we call rock salt, and it's bilog. So every time we eat rice, while it is still hot, we pound the rock salt in the rice, and that is already our viand. So we survive in that. But later on, my mother, I don't know, passed away. So we were picked up from Negros and brought to Iloilo. So we lived in a rented one room with Ate Pinay. And so things went on. But later on, Central Philippine University, or CPC at that time, was transferred to the site because the school opened 3 kilometers away from a temporary place. So we have also moved. We have to move near the school. I was already entering grade 3 with my sister. Now, right there, we were with Ate Pinay. She was our breadwinner. She was our educator. She was our guardian. She was our advisor. She was everything to us. And she was our person who was feeding us. And of course, she was working in the library, being Central Philippine College already. And so, life was also hard. Every Saturday, we went across the river where there's planted mungo. So we would harvest mungo, and whatever share is brought home for us to use for our food. And sometimes we go to a coconut area across our place where there's plenty of coconut around the university. There we would collect firewood for use. Later on, somebody, a missionary, advised our cousin, Ate Pinay, na bring us to the Good Shepherd called Orphanage. There is an orphanage for orphans in Guimaras. Bring us there and let us see if we like the place, and we like it very much. There were many orphan children in the orphanage, and it is run by a certain Mr. Philip Irabon, who came from the U.S. And then when the war was over, he came home, and the American soldiers left some property, like, mga chairs and things that they left behind. So in fact, they left a jeep, army jeep, and many other things. So he used this to organize the orphanage and some funds to build buildings for shelter for the orphans. We like it so much because the children started to come around us and look at us with strange, look, as if they were very poor, as if we were very rich, because we were wearing shoes. They were barefooted and hardly had anything on and their clothes were tattered because the orphanage was just open. So they look at us strangely, as if trying to question, why is it that these rich children are coming to join us? So anyway, we like it. And then the week after we entered the orphanage, my sister, my youngest sister, and myself. So we went to school there. There is a school, and there are around 350 children, orphans. So the boys in the other building, and our is the another building, the girls building. So there is no bedroom, as we say. There's only one big area, and it is lined up with terrace, those that the army left behind. And we were given blankets, those that the army left. So we also found 6 babies. These babies are half Filipino Americans. Maybe they were fathered by the American soldiers with the Filipino girls. So 6 of them, and 2 of them are twins, Mike and Charlie. So we were assigned to take care, babysit for the 6 children. I was assigned to take care Mike. So Charlie is payat. Mike is a little bit plump and healthy. So every morning, they are always inside the crib, night and day. And then we feed them there in the crib. So, and some assignments we did, we have to go to the fish pond. The orphanage has a fish pond, and they has bangus and other kinds of fish. So since it is the beginning of the fish pond, we have to dig trenches for the fish pond, you know. Everything was organized like that. But Daddy Irabon thought that I was well behaved and very masipag. So I was exempted from the fish pond because I was assigned to work in their quarters. So I cleaned the quarters, I fixed it, I do everything in the quarters. And mealtime, we were assigned to cook. So we have been used by the military and left to us. Every time the bell rings for mealtime, we have to line up. Before we come in, recite a memory verse. So everybody has to memorize a memory verse and recite, then you can. That's your ticket coming in. The little children, you know, they are so limited with memory verse. So every time they are asked, Jesus wept. So come in. 5 o'clock in the morning, we have devotion, so we have to wake up. And also 6 o'clock in the evening, we have devotion. So we were fed with Bible verses over there. One personal story. We were in grade 6 already and about to graduate. Anyway, there was a contest between the honors. Si Ate Dorce, as Nene Dorce, is good in math, but very poor in home economics. That's where I show up my craftsmanship, you know, in the grade school. One day, before this time, may exhibit sa mga craft works ng grade 6. So, entera nga ako nga craft work. Na-disqualify. Kaya nga, this is not the work of a grade 6 pupil, sabi ng mga judges. So I said, with tears flowing, ako man na naghimo, I work on that. And my teacher said, she is good in craftsmanship. But anyway, na-disqualify din ako. Hindi sila maniwala nga akong trabaho to. Kaya ako graduate na kami sa high school, no? We had 4 years sa high school. Oh, pero honor pa kami gihapon. Anyway, move out na kami sa orphanage, kay graduate na kami. So pauli kami sa Iloilo na eskwela na kami sa college. Anyway, ako may sponsor sa US. All of us have sponsor sa US. Ang akon laon nga school teacher retired, so she sends me money. So I would go to the register and ask for estimate. Send her. She will add to the money that I need for my own personal use. So all the time sa pag-eskwela ko sa college is sponsored. So that was how I survived in college. Si Ate Pinay na save siya sa expenses ko. Tapos nag-raise ako sa baboy sa likod sa Malayto. So every time mag-sell ang baboy, kalahati isang price na mabaligya, nahatag niya Ate Pinay sa akon. So I can buy clothes, I can have new shoes, and things that I need. But I was very careful about keeping my money because I know there's so much to spend in the future. So I made good in college. Nag-graduate ako. So salamat sa Ginoo.